Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University.
Dear students, I, Dr. Rini Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Journalism of Mass Communication, welcome you all from Chaitanya Studio of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. Today, under the paper Digital Media, Social Media and Immersive Media of Unit number 14, that is Future of Journalism, we will discuss news aggregate apps. So, dear students, what is news aggregator apps? They are the web application which curates and creates news, and like the podcast, like online newspaper and vlogs. So, when we talk about news aggregator apps, let's discuss about AI and journalism. AI and machine learning tools are transforming journalism, dear students. News automation technologies are introducing new players, and collaboration between technology and journalism professionals. Editorial process still guided by journalistic choices. So, there are exciting times for journalists using AI and machine learning tools. For example, the evolution of news automation technologies is bringing on new players on the media scenes. These are the professionals who have not been traditionally linked to the world of journalism. Some among these are technology companies which are employing linguists and computer scientists, although they do not consider themselves as producing journalism. These companies do participate actively in an editorial production chain that was hitherto to the purview of news professionals. This in turn means collaboration between different professional cultures where the rationality of technology is opposed to the subjectivity of journalism. An automated process cannot be simply limited to the transformation of input into output or any other form of visual representation. This process relies on traditional editorial logic characterized by succession of choices. So, when we talk about case study about the Belgian media, which is designed for stock market journalists, and the key lessons, dear students, for professionals with both journalist and technical skills. Journalists must be involved from the beginning, and editorial expertise must remain central despite automation. So, the aim is to better understand this dynamic is by way of case study conducted within French-speaking Belgian media, where an automated system was designed to support the daily routines of daily stock market journalists. The main lesson gleaned from this experiment was for the need for a profile defined by both journalistic and the technical fields, as it is meant to facilitate exchanges between these two worlds. The active involvement of journalists from the very beginning of any such projects appeared to be vital. So, and as long as they have expertise in the field, it will be applied, and the editorial skills to shape the program, which cannot be considered primarily technological. The need for journalistic thinking. Tech professionals must develop journalistic thinking, and automation cannot replace editorial judgment. And there is a balanced approach which is a blend of technology and human expertise. For social agents who are involved in the world of technology, this calls for a paradigm shift in which they accept that their participation in this news editorial process implies at minimum the development of form of automated journalistic thinking. If you want to stay informed on current affairs, you could download every news single app out there, but that would be overwhelming, dear students. Instead, make it easier on yourself and find a great news aggregator. So when we talk about why we use news aggregator apps, it is used to collect articles from diverse sources, and it's a mix of global, regional, and niche reporting. Customizable feeds to match user interests, and it also avoids overwhelming users with multiple apps. So these news apps collect from large pool of resources and incorporate different types of reporting. So instead of getting stories just from the New York Times or local news station, you can get a good mix. If you really want update from your regional newspaper, go ahead and download that dedicated app. But for a news story from around the world and across topics including entertainment, science, technology, politics, and beyond, find yourself the best news app for your, which is customizable. If you use notification, you will be glad you stuck with just a few news apps to save your screen from blowing up with constant breaking alerts. So when we talk about aggregators versus content producers argue that aggregators steal high quality content, and aggregators argue that they drive traffic to news sites. And like example, Google claimed to send 4 billion plus clicks per month to publishers. So, and both models coexist with challenges and opportunities. So since this money is pulled out of content producers' pocket, they have less incentive to produce high quality content. On the other hand, news aggregators argue that news aggregation drives profitable traffic to news sites themselves. A few years ago, Google claimed to send more than 4 billion clicks per month to news publishers via Google Search, Google News, and other products. Google's claim is that with each click, which provides the publisher with an opportunity to show ads, register users, charge for access to content and so forth. So when we talk about types of news aggregator, like different types of news aggregators are there, which are editorial based, which is Huffington Post, which uses staff to curate content, and algorithm based Google News, which AI finds and rank content. Full article aggregators like Yahoo News, which buy license to publish, and link based aggregators, so like Google News. And there exists a variety of news aggregators, some like Huffington Post, which uses editorial staff, while others like Google News use an algorithm to find high quality content. After finding high quality articles, each aggregator posts them on its site. This, however, can be done in different ways. Some like Yahoo News post the whole article on their site with no link to the original content. So when we talk about a revenue model of aggregator, like licensing content from newspaper, like direct revenue, and then driving traffic to publisher, indirect ad revenue, and aggregators earn via ads, subscription, and partnerships. Sustainability depends on balancing publisher and aggregator relation. This is because the aggregator pays the newspaper for that content and hence has the right to publish it. Others like Google News shows the title and a short summary and provides a link to the original article. These two types of aggregators bring revenue to newspaper in different way. The first by buying a content license, and the second by sending the traffic to the newspaper's slide. So when we talk about news aggregator, apps simplify global news. They blend AI-driven personalization with editorial logic, and the debate continues between publishers and aggregators. And the future lies in collaboration and responsible use of AI. So dear students, today we discussed about this news aggregators apps, and with this I end my lecture, and until next lecture we will meet. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.